Manu Dibango, whose real name is Emmanuel Njoke Manu Dibango, was a renowned musician, composer, and bandleader from Cameroon. He was born on December 12, 1933, in Douala, Cameroon. Manu Dibango grew up in Douala, Cameroon. Douala is the largest city in Cameroon and is known for its vibrant music scene. He moved to Marseille, France in the spring of 1949, where he was welcomed by his correspondent Mr. Chevalier in St. Calais. He was a teacher from St. Calais. It was in the host family of this commune of Sarthe. Manu Dibango stated that at the time when your father wrote to you it took a month, so when you were yelled at you received it a month later. Laughter. He spent his adolescence and discovered French culture. Sarthe is a department of the French region of Pays de la Loire and the province of Maine, situated in the Grand West of the country. However, it is known that he received his early education in Cameroon. As a young boy, he attended a local school in Douala, where he received a basic education before he moved to France. Then, as a student in Chartres, then in Château-Thierry in the early 1950s, he discovered jazz, played the mandolin, and learned the piano. Manu Dibango was born in Douala to Protestant parents, Michel Manfred Njoke Dibango, a civil servant father from the Abassi ethnic group, and a seamstress mother. Mrs. Dibango is from the Douala ethnic group. She was a fashion designer, running her own small business. The Douala people are Bantu coastal Cameroonian ethnic group who are highly educated due to long-term contact with the Europeans. The Douala shares a common origin with people such as the Isubu, Batanga, Bakoko, Yudi and the Bassa, with about 12% of the total Cameroonian population. The primary language spoken is Douala, with their origin traced to Gabon or Congo, after which they moved to Cameroon. The intertribal marriage is regarded as disdained in Cameroon, because in Cameroon, the children's ethnicity are dictated by their fathers. In fact, during interview, Manu Dibango stated that he had never been able to identify with either of his parents' ethnic group. Manu Dibango's wife is Marie-José Dibango. They met in Brussels, Belgium, and got married in 1957 and were still together until his passing in March 2020. He passed away on March 24, 2020 at the age of 86 at a hospital in France. It was stated that he contracted a virus 1 week prior to his death. Manu Dibango had 3 children, Georgia Dibango, Marva Dibango, and Michel Dibango. Manu Dibango began honing his musical skills from a young age. It is said that he showed an interest in music at an early stage of his life. Dibango learned to play the piano and saxophone, eventually becoming proficient in both instruments. While the exact age at which he started his musical journey is not widely known, his passion for music and his dedication to honing his craft started during his formative years. Through self-study and exposure to various musical styles and influences, Dibango developed his unique sound and became a renowned musician and composer. During a stay in a colony center reserved for Cameroonian children living in France in Saint-Hilaire-du-Harcouët, he discovered the saxophone borrowed from his friend Moibin Dadi and met his eldest brother Francis Bibi. The latter taught him the basics of jazz, and they formed a small group playing this music. But it was in Reims, where he was preparing for the baccalaureate philo, that he was introduced to the saxophone and began to perform in clubs and country balls, much to the distress of his father, who cut him off in 1956 when he failed the second part of the baccalaureate. Manu soon chooses the sax, and while continuing his studies, begins to play at Monaco, a jazz club in Reims. Also, in Paris, he went to balls, posted himself every Tuesday in Pigalle, meeting musicians looking for a replacement in orchestras, and embarked on a tour with Dick Rivers. During a concert in the suburbs, he did the first part of Nino Ferrer with the Banana Singers group, but asked him to replace his organist. It's done during a concert in Liège. It was in this cultural environment that Dibango developed his love for music and began his musical journey. As he grew up, Dibango's passion for music led him to explore and combine different musical styles, eventually creating his own unique sound that blended African rhythms with jazz and funk. Manu Dibango began honing his musical skills from a young age. It is said that he showed an interest in music at an early stage of his life. Dibango learned to play the piano and saxophone, eventually becoming proficient in both instruments. Dibango was known for his influential contributions to music, particularly in blending African rhythms with jazz, funk, and other genres. He was recognized for popularizing the Afro-jazz genre and achieving global success with his hit song Soul Makossa in 1972. This song became a significant crossover hit and influenced the development of disco and dance music. Throughout his career, Dibango released numerous albums and collaborated with renowned artists from around the world. Manu Dibango was not only a talented musician but also a cultural ambassador, who used his music to promote African culture and heritage globally. His compositions showcased the diversity and richness of African music, and his collaborations with artists from various backgrounds fostered musical fusion and cultural understanding. Dibango's contributions to music have had a lasting impact on the industry, and he continues to maintain a revered status as one of Africa's most influential musicians. His legacy lives on through his music and the inspiration he provided to future generations of musicians. Dibango's musical talent and dedication enabled him to become a skilled saxophonist, pianist, and composer. He used his innate musical abilities, combined with his curiosity and exploration of different styles, to shape his distinctive sound and make significant contributions to the world of music. According to Forbes, the famous saxophonist Manu Dibango's estimated value of his fortune net worth stands at around $100 million. Manu Dibango had a prolific career, releasing numerous albums and creating extensive discography. While it is challenging to list all of his songs, here are some of his notable and well-known tracks: Soul Makossa, Big Blow, Waya, Reggae Makossa, Electric Africa, Seto Entitle, New Bell, Soul Fiesta, African Battle, Yeki Tinge. These are just a few examples of Manu Dibango's songs that gained popularity and showcased his unique fusion of African rhythms, jazz, funk, and other genres. His discography includes a wide range of albums that span his career, each exhibiting his diverse musical talents and influences. Throughout his illustrious career, Manu Dibango received several prestigious awards and honors. Here are some of the notable awards and accolades bestowed upon him. Victoires de la Musique, France, 1995. Dibango received the award for Best World Music Album for his album Live 91. Kora All-Africa Music Awards, multiple years. He won several Kora Awards, including Best Artist of Central Africa and Best Male Artist from Africa. International Song Contest, France, 1975. Dibango's hit song Soul Makossa won the Best Original Song Award. Chevalier de l'Ordre des Arts et de Lettres, France, 2009. Manu Dibango was honored with the Knight of the Order of Arts and Letters for his contributions to music. Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, 2020. Recognizing his outstanding contributions to the music industry, Dibango posthumously received the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. These are just a few of the awards that Manu Dibango received throughout his career. His creative excellence and significant impact on the music world gained recognition from various organizations and institutions globally. The good that a person does throughout their lifetime can leave a lasting impact on others and be remembered even after death. Acts of kindness, generosity, and positive contributions to society can inspire and influence others, creating a ripple effect that continues beyond an individual's lifetime. People may remember and appreciate the positive impact someone made, whether it is through their achievements, their lasting relationships, or the positive change they brought to the world. However, it's important to note that the impact and remembrance may vary depending on the person and their sphere of influence. Hence, that is why Go Beyond Myth YouTube channel has been created to serve this purpose. Manu Dibango, who passed away in March 2020, was an internationally renowned musician from Cameroon and made significant contributions to society and the world. Here are some of his notable contributions. Pioneer of Afro-jazz. Manu Dibango was instrumental in popularizing Afro-jazz, a unique genre blending African rhythms, jazz, and funk. His hit song Soul Makossa became a global phenomenon, and it played a major role in introducing African music to international audiences. Cultural ambassador. Through his music, Manu Dibango acted as a cultural ambassador, promoting African culture and heritage to the world. He incorporated traditional Cameroonian and other African musical elements into his compositions, showcasing the diversity and richness of African music. Bridge builder. Dibango's music transcended borders and brought people together. He collaborated with numerous artists from different genres and cultural backgrounds, fostering musical fusion and multicultural understanding. His collaborations included artists like Herbie Hancock, Fela Kuti, and Youssou N'Dour. Influence on future generations. Manu Dibango's music influenced countless musicians worldwide, inspiring them to explore and incorporate African sounds into their own work. His contributions have had a lasting impact on the development of various genres, including Afrobeat, highlife, and world music. Humanitarian efforts. Beyond his musical achievements, Dibango also contributed to humanitarian causes. He actively supported various initiatives that aimed to improve the lives of people in Africa, particularly in the areas of education, healthcare, and cultural preservation. Manu Dibango's contributions as a musician, cultural ambassador, bridge builder, and humanitarian have left an indelible mark on society and the world, making him a revered figure in the music industry and beyond.